For the latest film interviews, reviews, and everything making news in pop culture, subscribe to Film Companion now.
Little Things is one of my favorite shows. It's one of the most meaningful, special, and layered romantic dramas I've ever seen. I think it's also a widely misunderstood show. It's perceived as just another feel-good, cutesy, loved-up story. And while that may have been true in season 1, through seasons 2 and 3, it grew into a whole lot more. A piercing meditation on love, connection, and commitment that portrays relationships as they are. Real, raw, painful, messy, challenging, hopeful, and beautiful. I've learned a lot from and been through a lot with Dhruv and Kavya, and I care about them deeply. And this new season is the last, a conclusion to their story. And it's not the same. Fair warning, there will be some spoilers ahead. Season 3 ended with Dhruv and Kavya at a crossroads, realizing that the next step in their lives would happen apart, with Kavya moving to Nagpur, wanting to be closer to her parents, and Dhruv getting a big career opportunity in Finland. Season 4 picks up more than a year later. It's been 14 months of long distance between Nagpur and Finland. After so much time apart, the two meet in Kerala for a trip before moving back to Bombay to resume their life together. This final chapter opts for a convenient, comfortable conclusion to their story. It's less grounded and relatable and more aspirational, glossy, happy, and diluted. It's Little Things light. It's the same packaging, same shell, same images, same faces, but without the same soul. As if someone who doesn't quite understand the DNA of this series was trying their best to imitate it. Perhaps it's because lead Dhruv Sehgal, who wrote or led the writing of the previous seasons, didn't write this one, with Abhinandan Sridhar stepping in as head writer. And you can feel the absence of the specific, sensitive writing that made Little Things what it is. This season is never unwatchable. At its best, it's comfortable and familiar, and if all you're looking for is just to watch them get their predictable end, then this may be enough for you. But for me, it was an ongoing series of hollow sunsets and empty smiles. You know something is off when you watch two people you care about deeply and whose relationship you've been invested in for the longest time being happy, and you feel not much. Even if they are brought to life by two impressive lived-in performances from Dhruv Sehgal and Mithila Palkar, who live and breathe these characters. The first half of the season covers Dhruv and Kavya's Kerala trip before they move back to Mumbai. And these initial episodes rely almost entirely on bland sweetness and the lush beauty of Kerala to keep things pleasantly plodding along without having much to say. It works better as a tourism video of God's own country than it does as an intimate look at relationships. Then there's the way the show deals with Dhruv and Kavya navigating the stress and consequences of 14 months apart, which is just brushed past and lightly skirted over. The complexities of dealing with distance was far more delicately handled in season 3, where they were apart for a mere 6 months. But this time around, the writers aren't interested in the nuances of commitment and love. The aim is just to breeze past that to get to the predictable feel-good end. And that's not to say there are no conflicts and trials this time, it's that they feel artificial and constructed. Like in a scene in one of the early episodes where Dhruv and Kavya are stranded on a boat and clash, leading to Dhruv having strange random realizations about his father. In previous seasons, their conversations and the personal revelations about life that followed were earned and organic and helped us better understand these characters and ourselves. Here they feel false and engineered. Dhruv and Kavya used to be real people just living their life with us experiencing it with them. This season they're characters in a written, fanciful, feel-good story. The narrative does pick up when the action moves back to Mumbai and they move back in together. But even here, the season chooses to give them life ordeals to endure just because they need to go through something. There's an entire medical issue track with Kavya which felt heavy for the sake of it, as if somebody said, insert dramatic tension here. I think what got to me most was that this season failed to understand the very essence and beating heart of Little Things is that it was always about the journey, not the destination. It was about what comes after Happily Ever After and experiencing two people just trying to figure it out one day at a time. Of course, they had to give it an ending, but this closing chapter is preoccupied with conveniently wrapping things up at the expense of the essence of the show itself. It's something we've seen before in shows like New Girl and Game of Thrones, where the last season is just a mad dash to end things because they need to be ended, with little thought given to how or why we get there. After his job in Finland, Dhruv is just happier and more fulfilled and more self-assured just because he is. And Dhruv and Kavya are now older and wiser just because we're told they are. I'll never not be grateful for this show and Dhruv and Kavya and what they've done for me. And I'm glad their story got the opportunity to end. But for me, this show in spirit ended 2 years ago, outside a bus in the middle of the night. At the end of the previous season, Dhruv drops Kavya off before she heads to Nagpur and he processes his impending move to Finland. They're both stepping into the unfamiliar, both going separate ways but still in it together. It's a leap of faith into the unknown with a deep breath, a faint smile and the unwavering hope that it's all going to work out, because sometimes that's all you can really do, all you really have control over, the little things.